Hi, welcome to Vancouver Carpenter. My name's Ben. I'm the carpenter that seems to do nothing but drywall. So, it's all good that I'm giving you guys these videos in how to coat things, how to make your drywall all pretty, but what if you can't use the tools? So, what we have here is a hawk and a trowel. So when I'm coating with a hawk and a trowel, I've always got a 6-inch knife in hand, usually just sort of like this, and I've got my trowel. So let's get into the trowel first. Now, this is not the curved trowel that you're going to buy off the shelves at Home Depot. When you're looking down your trowel, it should actually have a slight curve this way. You need these corners to be upturned this way at the back and that way at the front, so slightly convex towards the wall. And the reason for this is when you're pushing this trowel across the wall over a wide swath of mud, you don't want your corners digging in. If they're bent the wrong way, every time you're pushing your mud across the wall, you're going to be digging in. That's the first thing you need is a nice straight trowel where the corners turn up just the tiniest bit. Those ones that curve the other way are specifically for filling things like corner bead and flat joints, and I don't think they actually have much purpose for a homeowner or anyone who's going to be watching this video. They're kind of a specialty trowel, and anything that you can do with those curved ones, you can do with a nice flat trowel anyways. Now that you've got a nice trowel, this one is 13 inches. Now for a new person, I would recommend anything from 12 to 14 inches. Don't go any bigger than that. You won't have any control over it. So the first thing we are going to be working on here in video number 1 is basically just getting control of the mud, and we're not even getting to the wall yet today. So first off, you've got to have mud that's the right consistency. If you're using it right out of the box, this has no stick. It's crumbly. I can't get it to stay on here. It wants to slide all over the place. It's not right. You got to have stuff that's pre-mixed properly. Okay, so next, let's get into the mud. So I'm taking my 6-inch knife, dipping into the bucket, and I'm just going to place a blob on right there. And for a beginner, that's probably all you need to start practicing how to handle the trowel. So the first thing you need to know is how this is going to work. So I can hold this upside down just like this, and the mud's not going to fall off. And that's one of the key things you need to be able to do to be able to work with this and pick it up off the trowel. So also, it's not dripping down this way too quickly. So that's a nice consistency to be working with a hawk and a trowel, is it's not falling off here right away. So the next thing you need to know is there are 6 places on this blade where you can be placing mud. You can be placing it on this side in the middle, this side in the middle, this front edge, that heel edge, and that heel edge. So the first thing we're going to work on is just placing it on this side in the middle and this side in the middle. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go for our knuckle side of the blade. And we're just going to tilt this over like this and grab it off like that. And so you've got that, and then you're going to practice just putting it back on. So tilting this over, putting your blade on like this, lifting it off. And you just do that until you're comfortable with it. Okay, so the next thing is how to get the other side. So that one was your knuckle side, and this one is your thumb side. So it's the same thing. I'm just flipping around, and now I've got it on the thumb side if I want to go that way. If I have it on the knuckle side, it's for pushing that way. So those are the first 2 things you can practice. It's just controlling the mud, keeping it nice and tidy too. You always want to have a nice tidy pile of mud there. You don't want to be letting boogers and all this stuff form around all the edges. You want to keep it nice and tidy. And, oh, I've let my knife drop in there. I usually never do that because I hold my knife in this hand. So, you can also lift mud out of the bucket with your trowel. I like to use my knife because I can pick up more quicker. But anyways, you can do it like this too. So you're just going to practice, other side, and then you can also try those other 4 points. So you can get just that top corner, just that top corner, other one, other one. So that's the first thing you're going to want to do. Before you go and start trying to put this stuff on the wall, you might want to spend a night just learning where to put this stuff on the blade. keeping it nice and tidy, getting it back into the bucket. Cleaning off your hawk. And the sides. And the bottom. It's just fun now. Okay, so we also want to practice bucket hygiene too. That's important. Okay, so look at that. Look at the edge of this bucket. That's awful. So we want to keep it nice and tidy. Because when you let all this stuff dry here, you're going to get crumbs. Sometimes as people keep digging, they let the edges go. But I like to make sure nice and tidy at all times. Okay, so that's step one. Just learning how to keep your hawk and trowel clean, how to pick it up from all the edges. You're also going to want to keep this clean, the top. It likes to get around here. You know, you scrape that off once every 10 or 15 minutes. You scrape your hawk off once every 10 or 15 minutes. You're going to keep your mud nice and fresh, and you're not going to be getting boogers in the wall. So that's the end of this video. Be sure to check out the next video, which is how to put the mud on the wall.